$200 raise for Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, and VA beneficiaries. Will it be coming in 2023? Some key factors we need to consider. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, this is the big question that we all want to understand. Will the $200 per month raise be coming for millions of Social Security beneficiaries in 2023? Will we be getting an extra $2,400 per year starting in 2023? That's a great question and exactly what I want to focus on here in the video, because there are some key factors we need to take into consideration starting in 2023. So let's get into it and discuss all the details and, of course, all of these moving parts. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video. As I am your one and only daily advocate, I am very much dedicated to you and this community to continue watching all of this new information hitting the wire every single day, doing all the necessary research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what is actually going on and what is honest, accurate, reliable, and transparent, which is exactly what I'm bringing to you right here in these videos every single day, as there are a lot of moving parts and I want to make sure that you understand what is actually happening, especially with all these big announcements coming out of the administration, the president, lawmakers, Congress, and everything that Congress is currently working on or that they currently have in their possession that they have previously proposed, including all the new bills and packages, proposals and amendments, reform to these very important fixed income benefits, and anything along the lines of money, checks, programs, raises to benefits, or anything else like that. Of course, I want to make sure that you know about it immediately so that we can see how it's going to impact us and ultimately grab as much as you possibly can. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Totally free to do so, always has been and always will be, to watch all the videos here on the channel. So I'll continue to be here for you right by your side every single day, helping you out in any way that I possibly can. All right, thanks again. Subscribe down below and let's get into it and talk about the big question that all of us want to understand. What's going on with the $200 per month raise to benefits? Are we going to get it or not? That's a good question. All right, so let me talk you through the details here. And I also want to point out a key factor that'll play a major role in whether we do or do not get a $200 raise relatively soon or at some point in the future. All right, so let me quickly give you some background information just really fast here. All right, so a handful of months ago, we got this proposal out of Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and a handful of other Democratic senators who came out with this new bill called the Social Security Expansion Act. Within it, they have a bunch of different provisions. Number one, they want to raise benefits by $200 per month or $2,400 per year for millions and millions of Social Security beneficiaries. They also have a plan in there to raise taxes on higher income individuals, to help fill the gap as far as increasing solvency for Social Security and making sure that Social Security is solvent, as in they can still continue to pay out all of the promised benefits all the way out until 2096. That's a long time from now, right? I think that's, it's probably going to have all of us covered. Let's just be real right now, right? It's a very long time from right now, right? Anyway, so we're going to make sure that the program is going to remain solvent by raising taxes. So that's what they're going to do, right? So as a result of that, many of us have been wondering about this major provision within the bill as far as, is the $200 raise going to be coming relatively soon? Now, obviously, in 2022, it hasn't happened yet and likely probably isn't going to be happening this year, unless they get something done really fast here, but I'm just being real with you, highly unlikely. I'm just saying, okay? However, now the question comes in, will something possibly be happening in 2023? We're flipping over the calendar, we're setting some New Year's resolutions, at least we hope that Congress is doing that because, at least they can give a little bit of hope to people. Let's hope that we're doing that. It's a new year, it's a new leaf, we're flipping over the new leaf here, hopefully we can get something done. So that comes into the main question here, are we going to get this done in 2023? Well, again, I think that's anybody's guess at this point, whether it's actually going to get passed or not, or any other version of the Social Security Expansion Act, or any other bills or proposals that they come up with during the calendar year of 2023. Great question. However, now let me throw out a very key factor that we need to take into consideration, and that is the new Congress. Yeah, the new Congress is going to be sworn in early January 2023. This happens because of the midterm elections in 2022. We're getting some new representatives in the House. We're getting some new senators in the Senate. All of this, and therefore, as a result of that, we're going to be swearing some of those people in early 2023. Okay, well, what does that mean? Well, this all means is the new Congress going to be on the same page as a $200 per month raise, or are we going to get further away from that? And again, this is going to be all up to the new Congress, right? So it's going to be very, very important to understand who are these new people? What are their beliefs? What do they want to do with Social Security as a whole? Do they like the idea of raising benefits? Do they not? Do they like the idea of increasing solvency for the program? Or do they think Social Security is good to go for a long time? There's a lot of key different factors here. So it's all mainly going to come down to the new Congress. Does it have anything to do with Biden? No, it does not. Here's the thing. And again, I know that there's varying opinions here. And again, that's totally fine. I'm not here to take political sides. I'm just simply saying President Biden has virtually nothing to do with this process other than signing the final bill. That's the only thing that he would have to do with this process, okay? And again, this is nothing against President Biden. It's nothing for or against him. I'm just simply saying it doesn't come down to him. It comes down to Congress. It comes down to the Senate, and it comes down to the House of Representatives. Can they pass the legislation through? That is the most important factor. We know this for sure. We've seen this over the last couple of years here. President Biden will sign pretty much whatever comes to his desk because considering the current state that that Congress is currently in right now, if they can get anything passed, Biden is pretty much happy to sign anything, right? Because realistically, Congress is not getting a whole lot of anything passed these days. A little bit of here and a little bit there, but for the most part, if they can get anything done, President Biden is just excited to sign virtually anything, right? So again, I'm not here to take political sides. I'm just simply saying, based on the nature of what's going on right now, if Congress can get it done, then you better believe President Biden is going to sign it, right? But again, it's all going to come down to Congress. Can they get the bill done? Can they write up the legislation? Can they negotiate their way through this bill? And can they actually come out the other side with passing it through the Senate, passing it through the House, and can they actually work its way through the legislative process, debate out all the different factors that they need to do, keep the important provisions in there that they need to, and then ultimately get it onto the president's desk where he can sign it, turning it into law. That's the most important aspect there, right? So all the negotiations, all the debate, all of the amendments to the bills and the legislation happens in Congress. President Biden is basically just there to authorize what's going on, right? With his signature. His signature is the final icing on the cake that is basically like when you order a cake, right? They bake the cake, they mix the cake. Well, they probably mix the cake first and then they bake the cake, right? They probably don't bake it first and then mix it. That's kind of wrong. But anyway, my point is they take the batter or whatever it's called, the cake mix. They mix it all up. They bake the cake. They ice the cake. And then President Biden is the guy that comes by and writes on top, congratulations, happy birthday, right? He's the guy that puts the icing on the top, the final signature on the top of the cake. That's what it comes down to. So you got to get the rest of the cake done and finished before you can put the final touches on, which is the nice little congratulations on top, right? Or happy birthday or whatever it happens to be, right? That's the kind of the analogy that I wanted to paint here is that's what it comes down to. So all eyes are going to be on this new Congress starting in early 2023 as they will be sworn in early. First couple days of January, they'll be sworn in and that'll be the new Congress. And then again, we get to deal with a whole new group of people. Great. Are we excited? I heard all the crickets, right? My point is, it's going to be a very interesting next couple of years here to see what happens throughout this entire process. Anyway, that is what it comes down to. So, can the Social Security Expansion Act survive into 2023 and ultimately can it be brought to the floor, or can any other iterations of this bill, whether it's the same thing that's maybe expanded or whittled down, or maybe any other iterations? Let's remember this much as well. Just in 2022 alone, how many different proposals did we see hit the table in regards to raising benefits, stimulus checks? I mean, seriously. Expanding Social Security, reforming the program, increasing solvency. So many different proposals hit the table just in 2022 alone. I would imagine 2023 is probably going to be no different. There's probably going to be a whole bunch of pieces of legislation that hit the table yet again in 2023 as well. Maybe one of them will stick, right? So anyway, either way, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to watch all this stuff very closely. I'm here to do all the research and to bring it to you in these short videos so you can stay updated with what is actually going on and how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your benefit payment, how much money you get into your bank account every single month, all of these very important factors. Make sense? So anyway, if you have not done so yet, please make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any moving parts going forward, as it's only going to get even more busy and intense going forward from here. That's why I'm here for you, to do all that research. So subscribe down below, share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, have a good one. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you again later in the next video. And I hope this gives you a better perspective on what's going on with the $200 per month raise and the likelihood of something actually happening, and also the key factors we need to watch into 2023. Anyway, I'll continue watching it. Enjoy your day. I'll catch you again later in the next